Well, they're speaking to me, so I think I'm gonna sit down here and have a little chat to the camera, which I've haven't done very much. A couple times, but don't. Just been journaling about a few things, and maybe try and record those. I'm gonna try and prop my phone up on this here tree and hope it doesn't fall in that there stream. All right, well, plan B, we're just gonna sit here, hold the camera. So, let's see if I even have anything to say. I've been journaling about some different ideas that I'm not sure just for me personally or for a greater understanding, or if I'm completely nutsoid. But I shouldn't even say that because I feel pretty goddamn good about it. Or pretty some helpful ideas for me. And I'm not sure where to start, but I guess start at the point I've been thinking a lot about geometry, and just simple geometry, not like high math geometry or anything, but just as a tool, because I'm really good at picturing things in my head, but just as a sort of a tool to try and make some understanding of things. And things come to me, and like a lot of people, it's not it's sort of almost shown to you, or so and through synchronicity as well. So this kind of started off as a synchronicity where I do way too much YouTubing. I'm trying to cut back, but it does spur ideas and thought and things, which is nice. So it makes it hard to quit. But anyway, I'd heard this tidbit about, we hear a lot about flatlanders and stuff, of how, trying to visualize different dimensions. And one thing that was interesting is, I haven't checked this if it's true, but that there's only two shapes. Hope that wind isn't affecting the microphone too much. And well, let's tuck you down here so you don't really need to see my face while we talk anyway. So geometry. So there's two shapes that a 2D surface can become in three-dimensional. I mean, I suppose there's myriad of shapes. I don't know why these would be the only two, because any volume, maybe any curved, I think any curved space. Anyway, I haven't thought it through. This just spurred the thought. So whether it's true or not true is kind of irrelevant. But the two shapes were a sphere and a toroid, or a donut shape. And I've been thinking a lot about those and getting lots of weird insights that all connect. So, and I'm not going to explain this in depth now, just kind of the highlights. So where to start? Well, I've been, for a while I was experiencing my chakras as like two triangles balanced on each other like an hourglass, or three-dimensionally like two cones meeting at the tip in my heart chakra. And I kind of viewed things as, source coming in and crunching through that infinite being of me, and then whatever I do with that energy out into the world, kind of thing. And then also reverse of creating with the world, bringing it through me and sending it back as love, bhakti, praise, appreciation, gratitude towards source. Then I had these other experiences with one. I had this thought that the grandmother was a gatekeeper. I don't know, his grandmother energy, not my grandmother's, but at that pinch point that always perplexed me. And I thought about lots of different analogies like black holes and just that infinite density. And I've also seen, to back up a couple steps, I know I'm all over the place, but sort of that funnel down into that, where it gets tighter and tighter and tighter, is sort of like the density and the gravity well of all of humanity, and of being able to get above that gravity well and see the plane. I think maybe that's how this all started, is crawling up above that gravity well of humanity and seeing that it is a plane, and then seeing the curvature and realizing when it comes down to a point that really, if we open up our heart, it feels weird because it creates this weird void, but it's that instant where that infinitely dense point, that pinched dot on the 2D plane of a pinched balloon, that leap from when that goes from a point to a donut or shape, and it creates this toroid, or it creates this feels kind of like a void, but it's 2D going to 3D. And and then I had visions of if you wonder why I'm talking, takes so long to talk and slow, is because I'm a turtle. See, in my little spirit animal turtle, because I'm slow. It'll take a while, but hopefully it's worth it in the end, and have something to say, or I wouldn't be saying it. Nikia, stay out of the stream. What are you doing down there? Come on up here. Come on, Nikia. Good girl. I don't want you falling in the stream. So, anyway, I had these, I always feel this bird energy, and sometimes when I get in more like a translate state, I'm just always wanting to flap my arms. I know this camera's terrible, but I just always flap my arms in this motion like this and correlate it with my breathing and everything. But what it came to me is I saw it was my fingertips, but then it was kind of winged, but the ends were rainbow colored, and there were little cylinders, hollow cylinders, and then as things all came together, come on, Neeks, you get Nancy, go play. Come on, go explore. Just don't fall in the creek. You getting cold? Come here, Neeks. So, good girl. Lay down. At any rate, this winged creature, long story short, after lots of different putting this together, the winged creature is both the analogy for ego self and higher self in different, depending on how you look at it, or and from various aspects, which is always the, I guess, case. But that creature soars in your heart space, essentially, where you open it up and create that void, and it flies around, striking around the center of that toroid is a circle, which is the point becoming the circle, which is a different topic. I have ideas of how to personify dimensions starting with nothing. And that kind of ties into that, but not too important. So, not to get too lost in these snowy weeds. That winged creature flies around in the center of that toroid, which is, I first pictured as like a waterfall, like a cylindrical waterfall all around it, and it's soaring around it, and essentially it plays music by striking those mallets on its wings on the strings of the waterfall, which are really us and our prayers, and we decide, or we pray for how we want to ring, how we live our lives, how we want to see things, our intent, our vision. Like, that's our contribution to how we ring, to how we sing, to how we wish for essentially God to breathe life into us. Yeah, I see that as going back to the vision thing of we are the inhalation of, I think it's Brahman, the god Brahman, that breathes life into the universe, and then comes Krishna, the supporter, or the preserver. But at any rate, that filling is what keeps everything going. So anyway, sometimes those little nodes on the string, which are all connected, if you trace a path on a toroid, it can create awareness that it's in 3 dimensions, and it did that through love, essentially. And our prayers, they come back to us because we are connected, but also there's another infinity of going from, a path around that toroid to actually a solid surface. That's another, asymptotic thing that you got to make the leap to become one thing. So that's how what we ask for can come back to us, both in front of us and behind us. and spread throughout everything too. But looking at things as fractal in nature, understanding things from a personal psychological level, we aren't our thoughts, and those thoughts and prayers we are that winged creature in the center playing the tune that creates our life, and what we play comes back, and the prayers of our thoughts are the things that give us lift and volume and create that open space in our heart and create the inhalation of Brahman and sustain the universe and expand, and love does that. So love and devotion is the thing that's sustaining that. So yeah, on the fractal level of the personal individual, if we see ourselves in the player role of that winged animal, I kind of see it as I'm not sure what it is, an eagle or a hawk, but it's rainbow. The fingertips are, the wingtips are rainbow colored, but I've never really seen it from just kind of from the perspective of being it. So I only see the wingtips kind of thing. But anyway, yeah, so we are not our thoughts. We choose which thoughts to play. And then even when we see thoughts come in that aren't ours, we choose either to not play them, or if we feel like we have to play them, we can play them with whatever mallet we choose. And that mallet could even be mute. There's silent letters in language. Why can't we have silent mallet? So if we accidentally strike one, we can instantaneously make that mute. We can first see it before it becomes anything and silence it with muteness. Well, I think I'll mostly leave it there. I didn't script this out or anything. I'm still working these ideas out, and knowing me, I won't organize it into something, but I shouldn't say that out loud. There I am with thoughts that I don't really want to play. I would like to turn this into a more coherent thought, story, idea, piece of art that I can share with others. I don't feel the need to share it with others. It's something that's come to me, that's helped me. But why wouldn't I share it with others if I think it could help? I wouldn't share it for purposes of ego, because it's not mine. It came to me, not from me. It came through me. And I mean, to take some credit, I guess that is a testimony of trying to quiet myself and work on myself to be able to hear those things, because those are the subtle notes that we somehow hear, that inherently we need to play them. And these are all metaphors, and unfortunately music is not my forte, nor is really speech. I've always had speech issues in getting words to come out fluently, coherently, succinctly, intelligibly. You know, when I think more in pictures, is difficult. So, and I do think I've talked enough. I need to put my mittens back on. My hands are getting chilly. Nikia's not shivering or anything. She seems good with the snow as long as she has the heat to my leg. So I think we might have a little more puff here and think on things. See if there's any addendum thoughts that come up. But I think that was the bulk. I didn't come out here. I only brought my camera with. I got a new phone and a new camera, and I only brought my phone with because I knew it'd be beautiful out here and would want to take some pictures. And then just kind of, I'd been journaling, and I put my hand in my armpit. It's cold. Butt's getting a little cold from sitting on the ground too. I only brought my camera with because it was only the last minute when I came down here. Oh, I sprung up a couple pheasants, and then I kicked some geese out of the creek, and then I heard these sandhills back there. I'm glad I haven't chased them off yet. I felt bad about popping the pheasants up and disturbing their little hunker down in this March snowstorm. Yeah, this isn't neither here nor there, but I'm in Wisconsin. This is March of 2024, and yeah, we've only had a few snowfalls all winter. It's been the most bizarre winter, super warm and very, very dry, and we needed some moisture. So it snowed a couple Thursday, it's Sunday today, and so we're supposed to get maybe up to a foot overnight here. So the moisture is definitely needed. And I needed to get out in this nice snow. Making everything wet though. I send my love to all of you. And to us all. And wish you well. Beautiful. I think there's some ducks down there. The tire pile. Even junk can look ornate in the beauty of nature. Everyone's all tucked away. All the people are tucked away too. Only a few tracks down here all day. Good winter storm is nice. There's a little time for reflection. Slows us down a bit. Crates work, but crates that moment of reflection that is nice. Really see in here. I can't see anything. There we go. All right. There's parlor. Very much in need of being used. Hi, girlies. Hey, girlies. You guys all tucked in? Good girls. Good girls. Good girls. Good girls. How you doing? How you doing? Girls look comfortable. All right. Sleep tight, girls. Yep. Yeah. Make our way through here in the dark. Whoopsie daisies. Going through the dark, plunging into our shadows. What are we gonna find? Nothing but understanding and healing. There we are. The old 966. Hey, bud. Oh, I got a few buddies out here. And all this white snow, how can you be so dirty? Look at your face. They're all tucked in. Hey, buddies. Well, guess that concludes our talk. The only other thing I didn't say was that whether or not I turn this into a video that I want to share or not. Certainly not complete, or I was just speaking off the cuff, and again, I'm working through these ideas, so yeah, I might put it out there just to share, and hopefully provide some insight for others, or inspiration, or whatever, just to share. It's important to share. So I'm not trying to not share. Gotta share some milk and cheese with the world, and pizza too. So there's my mobile pizza trailer I've been working on, and hopefully we'll start doing pizza here this spring, or we will be doing pizza this spring, or at least me. So I'm sure I'll have some help along the way from all sorts of people. So yeah, sending you love.